How tall are you, Buster?
5'8" and a quarter. Believe it or not.
But he's older than me.
That's no excuse.
But I've shrunk over the years, haven't I?
Hop back on your podium.
Oh, my God.
I told you I'd do it.
Did something happen? Buster, what have you done to them all that their noses are twitching?
I'm standing up too long. I guarantee I'll always let one. Oh.
Well, I'm glad you let them in for that. You going to sing for us, little Chris?
Nope.
Go on.
Nah.
Buster sang for us.
I do a bit of what
Well,
you
maybe you just want to
do.
fart for us, do you? Why are you getting rid of Buster?
Because he got the most wrong.
So I got it wrong.
So, Danny and Susan, how long have you known each other?
Since April?
About 8 months.
You met on Grease is the Word.
Yeah.
Correct.
And is there anything going on?
No.
No, darling, there's not, no.
Do you not fancy him, Susan?
No.
Oh, and Danny, don't you fancy her a little bit?
No, but I fancy you, darling.
Oh. Can you sing something from the show for us?
Summer loving, have me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
Met a boy, cute as can be.
Summer days drifting away to all the summer night. There
you go.
Why are you getting rid of Buster?
Although he's a lovely bloke, he just got a lot of questions wrong, I'm afraid.
Buster, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'd like to see that little kid. Perky, bit devious, makes out he's not clever, but he is. That is one lovely kid.
Round 4, in the bank, £4,400. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start the strongest link from the last round. That's Donal. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Donal, in food, what is the specific term for the narrow strip of skin on a rasher of bacon?
Hind.
No, rind.
Rind.
Enzo, in cinema, the 2007 animation featuring an ogre, a donkey and a princess named Fiona
Shrek.
was...
Shrek 3.
Correct. Danny and Susan, in fashion, Susan McFadden spent a year working at the beauty counter in which well-known store, Harrods or Woolworths?
Harrods.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In the UK, gadgets that are considered to be desirable for males of any age are known by the collective rhyming term boys what?
Toys.
Correct.
Bank.
Lil Chris. In farming, what L is the term for the offspring of a ram and a ewe?
Pass.
A lamb?
Oh,
Pete,
Bank.
the 2007 autobiography by Colleen McLaughlin, promoted as an everyday fairy tale from schoolgirl to style icon, is entitled Welcome to My What?
World.
Correct. Donal, in royalty, what was the double-barreled maiden name of Sophie who married Prince Edward in 1999?
Sophie Anderton.
No, Rhys Jones. Enzo, in expressions, a person who says, pardon my French, is asking to be excused for bad what? Language or hygiene?
Language.
Correct. Danny and Susan. Enzo Maccarinelli was born in which city described by Dylan Thomas as an ugly, lovely town and by Lonely Planet as an ashtray of a place?
Swansea.
Correct. Dr. Jan. The world-famous building in northern India, made from marble and completed in 1653, is called the Taj what?
Mahal.
Correct. Lil Chris, in childcare, which item of furniture follows high and push to give the names of two pieces of equipment designed for infants?
high chair. Push.
I'll accept. Chair. Pete.
Yes.
In maths, what A is the word for one of the 4 basic operations of arithmetic?
Haven't got a clue.
Addition. Donal. In 2007, which British rock group released a compilation album entitled Then and Now that includes hits such as Substitute and My Generation?
Pass.
The Who. Enzo. In the card game poker, which hand is considered more valuable, a straight or a pair of queens?
Straight.
Correct. Danny and Susan.
Bank.
In desserts, profiteroles are most commonly filled with cream and served with which flavour sauce?
Chocolate.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In football, at the 1966 World Cup final, which player scored a hat-trick for England?
George.
Jeff Hurst. Little Chris, in education, what H is the name of the famous college in the United States which was attended by Dr. Time's up and you won £1,100. Who wouldn't get a series on Bravo? It's time to vote on the weakest link.
In a sudden reversal of fortune, Donal is now the weakest link. Statistically, Danny and Susan are the strongest link. But who will lose out in the vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Donal.
Donald.
Chris.
Chris.
Pete.
Pete.
We have a three-way tie team. Little Chris, Pete and Donal, 2 votes each. Dr. Jan, what do most women want from you?
Money.
I mean, surgery-wise.
Oh, I thought you were talking about ex-wives. Most women, I think, want what we call a mommy makeover. They want their boobs perky and their waists flat.
Is there anyone you'd look at and think, I just can't improve on that?
Well, I think that would be you. I think you're so beautiful, and I cannot improve on that.
I mean, could you make Pete look more cheerful?
Actually, no, I can't, and that's bothering me. I'd like to see Pete more cheerful.
What could you do to help him?
Vote me off.
Vote him off.
So, Pete, Liverpudlians are meant to be fun and good-natured, witty. Why are you sulking?
Because it's dull.
Don't you think you're contributing to the dullness?
Probably.
And why do you want to get rid of Donal?
Because initially I put myself
And
down.
why have you called him Donald?
An easy error. I put myself down to be evicted, and I was told that I couldn't do that.
So, Donal, why have you voted for Chris?
Because he didn't sing.
Well, when the vote's tied, the strongest link has to cast the deciding vote. And the strongest link, or rather the strongest links, were Danny and Susan. Now, you voted for Pete. Is that because he's making you laugh too much?
He just looks like he doesn't want to be here, so...
OK, well, you've got a choice now. You can stick with Pete, or you can move to little Chris, or Donal.
I'll stick with Pete.
Pete, you are the weakest link.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I feel absolutely delighted to be voted off weakest link. Anne Robinson kept referring to the fact that I looked rather miserable, and anybody that had to look at Anne Robinson for more than 15 seconds would be suffering terminal misery.
Round 5 and your total is £5,600. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start the strongest link from the last round. That's Danny and Susan. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Danny and Susan, which fictional character who has appeared in cartoons, films and TV was the originator of the jocular saying, good thinking Batman?
Robin.
Correct. Dr. Jan, in geography, the cities of Venice and Verona are in which European country?
Italy.
Correct. Little Chris, in music, the pipes are calling is a line from a well-known song called what? Danny Boy or Danny Bain?
Danny boy.
Correct. Donal, in 2007, a commercial for mascara featuring Penelope Cruz was judged to be misleading as she was wearing false what?
Eyelashes.
Correct. Enzo.
Bank.
In folklore, the tooth fairy collects the milk teeth of children from underneath which item of bedding?
Pillow.
Correct. Danny and Susan, in human biology, when referring to sunburnt skin, what P means to flake and come off?
Peel.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In the Middle Ages, the device allegedly worn by the wives of absent crusaders to keep them faithful was known as what sort of belt?
Chastity.
Correct.
Bank.
Little Chris, on a 1985 front cover of Smash Hits magazine, Pete Burns appeared alongside which member of the Smiths under the headline, The Very Odd Couple?
Pass.
Morrissey. Donal. In the animal kingdom, of the 4 mammals classified as the great apes, the one least closely related to mankind is called the orang what?
Orangutan.
Correct. Enzo, in
Bank.
nature, the juice of a fleshy leaf plant commonly used in cosmetics is called what? Aloe vera or Goodbye Doris?
Aloe vera.
Correct. Danny and Susan. In awards, which TV drama about a family of New Jersey gangsters won the 2007 Emmy for Best Drama Series?
Sopranos.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In UK Customs and Excise entry regulations, the 3-word phrase applied to the Green Channel is nothing to what?
Watch.
No, that's not the right answer. Declare. Chris, in music, what X is the name of a percussion instrument played by striking a row of wooden bars with small
Xylophone.
beaters? Correct. Donal. In rugby union, the team from which country defeated England to win the 2007 World Cup?
South Africa.
Correct. Enzo.
Blank.
In which two-volume film did Uma Thurman play a bride known as Black Mamba who seeks out the culprits who destroyed her
Kill
wedding
Bill.
day?
Kill Bill.
Correct. Danny and Susan. In the expression 24/7, the 24 refers to the number of what in a day?
Hours.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In celebrity quotations in 2000, Victoria... Time's up. I can't complete the question. You won £1,850. Who'll be in Panto doing Snow White and the Seven Failures? It's time to vote on the weakest link.
The statistics show that Dr. Jan is the weakest link. Danny and Susan remain the strongest link. But will the votes reflect reality?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Dr. Jan.